The next story you have in the docket is from Solidigm. They've introduced a new D5-P5430. It's a QLC SSD optimized for mainstream and read intensive workloads, and it appears to offer high storage density and equivalent read performance to TLC SSDs. And I'm assuming that doesn't stand for tender, loving care. So, can you take us through what they've introduced and what it's capable of?
Yeah, this is it may sound like kind of a mishmash of letters and numbers. That's to the uninitiated outside the storage industry. A lot of our stuff sounds like that. And I'm going to use some letters and numbers in here, but bear with me. So the D5-P5430, as you mentioned, is Solidym's latest SSD. And you're familiar with SSDs. Everybody's familiar with them. Why is this thing important? Well, number one, it's all about the QLC. So Solidigm is a leader in what's called QLC, which is basically instead of storing 1 bit per cell in NAND flash, they can store 4. And this allows much greater density, lower power consumption, et cetera. And that's what this SSD uses. Now, QLC has been tarred with a reputation as being slow or unreliable in the past, but that's really not the case any longer. In fact, this is Solidym's 4th generation QLC SSD, and they've shown that the technology really, really works well. So what's special about the P5430? Well, it's about the form factor. These things come in the kind of forms that you might expect. You may be familiar with U.2, which kind of looks like a regular little hard drive. They also have E1.S, which is basically a compact. It's the successor to what was called the ruler, essentially. And this new form factor, E3.S, which is basically the next generation form factor. All of these allow Solidigm to pack a lot of these SSDs into a chassis. We actually just released a video where we talked with Supermicro about how they're using the P5430 in their solutions to basically deliver amazing levels of storage capacity in not a lot of use. So essentially, these new form factors give you better cooling, better power, better density, and all of that combined with the benefits of QLC and the fact that these SSDs work really well and last and perform, plus the capacity they're talking about 15, maybe even 30 terabytes in the future, really means that this is kind of a revolutionary product, even if it is a bit of a mishmash of letters and numbers.